I dated my husband, then boyfriend. The first gift I got from him was a MacBook Air. I was like, yeah. And you know, all those things. I don't even remember some of them because it was and no, the car. Then when I got married, and I think a year later, then I did a vision board, another vision board from the one years. So I updated it.
Now, where there's no vision,
The people
perish. A vision board. The year is only starting, and I think it's very important that we understand the importance of a vision board or putting things down. Listen, I have notes on my phone and everything, but it's not my favorite space. I have a mini journal on the phone. It's not my. Listen, I believe that writing down on paper plays a huge role. So now, I remember you once shared about your vision board that you had for years, and I think it's an amazing story, and it's a testimony on its own, because you were able to achieve almost all of those things.
Yes, definitely.
Can you tell us about that, and obviously the importance of if someone is out there and thinking of starting a vision board and they don't know how to do it and all that?
So I stayed in a flat for almost 10 years, I think, and my husband always makes jokes about it, that I took you out of that flat, I took you out of Sunnyside, but I stayed in a flat for about 10 years, and that's where the partying was, and even the self-discovery was, right? And when I woke up to this reality that I can create the life that I want, I did not want to teach about it first, or even by the time I did not think that I'm capable of teaching, but I was doing it. Then I started a vision board. In my vision board, I had a wedding. People who, I just took out pictures, and how I did it was that I even printed out my own pictures, and I took out the heads and I will put mine, so that the vision board is all about visualizing, the power of vision, right? And whatever that you envision will come to your reality, right? So I had that. I had a picture of Serena Williams with her body there, and I took out.
And she has that body, guys.
I took her face out and I put mine, and I kept on looking at that, and I also had.
And by the way, at the time, her body. I'll show you the picture. I'll put the picture here of how she was at that time. And then if you are out there and then you look like this, you see this picture, please understand that it's possible. You can continue.
I had a picture of myself in a room where I was like, it was not me. Like I say, I take pictures of other people and put my head there, and when I look at it, it's me actually, right? So speaking to people, by that time I was not a speaker. I also had pictures of iMac, MacBook, and all that. And my vision was that I should be married, but when I get married, it should be traditional. It should not, or it should be the African wedding. I did not like the idea of a white dress, right? That is why I had Xhosa sort of a tradition there. And that's exactly what happened when I got married. I was not really...
I was there, so
yeah. I was not wearing the Xhosa attire, but I was wearing an African traditional print, right? And the first, when I dated my husband, then boyfriend, the first gift I got from him was a MacBook Air. I was like, yeah. And all those things. I don't even remember some of them because it was and no, the car. Then when I got married, and I think a year later, then I did a vision board, another vision board from the one years. So I updated it, and I put up cars, and I think even the car that we are driving now, it was actually there. Yes, it was. Oh my goodness, I didn't even know. cars, and one of the cars, which is my favorite car, is a BMW. So I put up all these cars. I didn't have money, or even when I think of going to BMW, when I check how much people pay every month, I was like, ew,
So much.
girls, I can't. But then what I did was that I put it up. I did not want to know where it was coming from, but I knew that it was going to come. Before I knew it, my husband firstly bought me another car so that I can practice driving with it. And within a year, he told me that there's a guy who told him about a car, what. He actually wanted to buy me a 3 Series, and I was like, no, I don't want a 3 Series. I want a 1 Series. And then he bought that, the exact color.
And it was in the vision board.
Yes. So it is important for you to create visions, you know, images of your reality, right? And I heard
and believe. I think it's important to believe
yes,
that you're going to receive them,
yes,
because it's one thing to put them up to say, hey, God,
yeah,
I wish you could bless me with this. I want this and everything. But if you don't have that belief or that faith,
in your, that you are
it will not happen, because the faith that you have on God, if God understands that, okay, my child trusts me to do this, then it's going to happen. Now, if you don't have faith, how do you expect God to deliver?
Exactly. You know, so yeah, I think Oprah said it, that she does no longer have a vision board, but what she does is that she's great in visioning, which is meditation, you know, through meditation. That's what I do actually when people, there's a client of mine who came to me with issues like she was stuck at work, she doesn't know there's something wrong, she could feel it that she's not aligned. Then I took her through meditation, and she found out that she was held at age 0. You know, the time when she was in the mother's womb. That's when, like, you are able to do that. I know the mind is like, how do you do that? You know, that is why I say some of the things is like hypnosis, but it's more spiritual than, you know. But I took her back there to see herself like now older. So it's good that we can have visions, and also, you know, there will come a time when now you don't need to do a vision board like Oprah said. You can just sit down and just here where we are right now, you just keep quiet, and then you enter the house that you want to stay in, you know, and the car that you want to drive, and
feel it.
Yes, and feel that.
Sure. There's another lady that I once spoke to, Amant, I think, and I remember we just had a brief conversation, and she said that if you want, like, the house that you want, if you even know where it is, if you've seen it somewhere, make it a point that you get out there and then you go to that house. If maybe there are tenants there or whatever, go in and then just request to just see the place, even if it's just outside. But you know, envision that. But also, when you are able to be in it, do it, because it also inspires you in a way. Because remember that some things are spiritual, but at the same time, you also need that
physical,
that boost to say, hey, I actually really want this. And then when you're there and seeing it, it even gives you the more power to even do it. But the truth is, it doesn't matter the job that you have now, it doesn't matter how much money you make. The truth is, God delivers what you want. You might be a millionaire now, and then you don't have the house that you want, and you don't understand why. It doesn't make sense, right? And then you might be earning, you know, not a lot of money, but you still are able to achieve certain things. Do you see how God works? It's like that conversation that we used to have back in the days, where we say that, you know, sometimes people that have a lot of money, they don't know how to use it. But I think that's really financial education. Some things really needs education, guys. If you have money and you can't use it wisely, you can read books on finances. You can learn how to save, how to invest on the right things, not just invest, you know, those kind of things. But I do believe that whatever that we have, it comes from God. Now, there's someone out there. I mean, I believe so much in women empowerment. I believe in so much in a woman winning together. but we still have a problem. And I want us to get to the bottom of this and for it to reach as many women as possible. Women still look down on each other. You come to me, you ask for help, I help you. And the help that I give you helps you to be the best version of yourself and for you to get out of whatever. And I stay where I am with that pain of the fact that, okay, I've helped you. Now you are progressing in everything. It means that, like, I feel jealous or whatever the case may be. And I also want us to put God in this, because truth is, guys, as God speaks to us in different ways. If God communicates with you in different ways, you would understand this, right? God doesn't really physically come to you and then you see him. He can come to you through Coach Malebo or through me, right? And that's how it happens. So meaning, if it happens that you say something that really helps me to do something, that is God talking. And then whatever happens next, that is God doing his work, right? Now, I want us to empower women, and I also want us to really fight this issue that women have amongst each other. When you see women flourishes, prospers and everything, you feel like she thinks she's better. She is driving whatever car, and you're like, I wonder what she did for her to get there. I mean, these are conversations that we had years ago, but the thing is, they're still happening. Well, in my world, because I make sure that I avoid, because you can obviously shut doors that are just not serving you, and follow things that are just not serving you. But I feel like we need to help those out there. What's your thought about it? Because I feel like it's a heavy conversation. I don't like it because it's just, but we have to address it because we are sent to really help.
I think one, when you feel as a woman you are jealous of another person, because it happened me, jealous of another person, right? It's a way of God trying to show you that's where you need to be. And you can actually,
so there's nothing wrong with it.
You can actually go and ask that person. So there was this other coach who was doing very well, right? And I was like, she thinks she's better, all those things. Until one day I decided to take off the ego, right? And really went and approached her, and I was like, you know what, this is my vision. I want to have this in my business, and I see that you are doing it. Do you have any program that you do that can help me, or can you coach me on that? And we started with coaching, and now I have a lot of people that, yes, I was like, this one thinks that she's better, but because I healed that part of me, I know when I feel that, right, this is a call to God that you need to go through time.
So there's a lot of healing that
needs to happen. Yes, so when I see Yuntabi and I'm like, Yuntabi is doing very well, it's okay. But when I start being jealous, it's just your spirit telling you that this is where you're supposed to be. So
you're reminding me of a conversation of Oprah Winfrey. I forgot this lady. I think she said exactly that when you start feeling a certain way about someone, or maybe desiring something, it's not like you're jealous. It's some kind of a spirit telling you what you need to do.
You need to do. So what we need to do then is that, ego then gets in our way, and we're thinking, oh, I hate Malebo. Oh, she thinks she's better. Oh, Malebo is always talking about her husband. That's what actually you need. If you go down, you will know.
So if you had a husband, you wouldn't have a reason.
So the only thing that you need is to either get a person who can help you heal that part of you, or you can go to Malebo and say, Malebo, can you mentor me? If Malebo is not a coach, Malebo, can you mentor me? Is there anyone that you can refer me to? Maybe Malebo has her own coaches that she can refer you to. If she's a coach, with me, it was more about coaches. Then I had to go and I was like, hey, can you please help me with this? Can you please help me with that? And yes, they did. And here I am. and we are friends today with a person that I was jealous or had something for them, but now we are friends, and I realized I did not have that jealousy on them. I actually liked them, but ego made it look like.
Maybe we also need to understand the word jealousy.
Yes,
maybe
yes.
that's where the problem is. You think that you are actually jealous and everything. But I think what we're trying to achieve from this is that as women, it doesn't matter who you are or whatever, but women can really be one. I'm for women. Listen, that's my number one priority. And I believe that together we can win. Together we can achieve everything that we want. We can help each other. I can come to you and ask for help without having to worry about what is she gonna say if I'm going through something. So we need to build sisterhood. That's, if you've watched one of my videos about sisterhood, building sisterhood, you would actually get it. To say we need to build sisterhood. We have to understand that together we have to be there for one another. And I believe that this is our purpose as women. And it's sad because the reality is that we live in the world of men oppressing women, and it's not all men. I'm not going to generalize it and everything, but you realize that most of the time, who has got your back more?
Yes,
it's women. It's right. So why wouldn't you want to? Obviously, God will show you what's right and what's wrong. But why wouldn't you want to dwell in something that is good for you, that is serving you? Because another thing, every day, whatever your thoughts are, whatever you think, whatever you apply in your life, if you are in pain, if you are in trouble, for you to keep going each and every day, it's a problem. You're holding anger because Malebo has done something to you, you know, previous years or whatever. You go to a new job and everything. You don't go there with an open heart. You see a girl who, you know, kind of has a characteristics of Malebo and all of that. Already you think, yes, like you are intimidated and triggered, and you're thinking, yes, she's exactly. How many times have we seen women or seen people and then you're like, yes, she's exactly like so and so, and that's not true. That's not true. It's because you are holding something that you think, hey, no, it's exactly like that. Hey.
No, with women we need to heal. To be very honest, we need to heal. And I also run a lot of things for women, and most of my clients are women, even though I do have men. Men are still like, hey, what is this lady going to tell me, you know? But I do have women, and we are beautiful people, especially, you know, when we are connected, when we understand. You know, I remember we had a retreat last year. A lot of those people did not know each other. They only knew me and did not know each other. And when they got there, because there was healing that was taking place, people started now befriending one another, connecting, and some of them exchanged numbers and all those things. And if you can see, even when we go to clubs, you get in a club by the ladies, and you start even talking to those ladies.
Exactly.
When we are, you know, but there are times when, you know, we just looking at this woman and we're like, oh, Malebo is thinking that she's better. Yes, Malebo is better. And then you can also be better. It doesn't mean when Malebo is better, then she's taking your betterness, you know.
Exactly.
It means that we can all be better if we can heal and understand our calling as women.
And by the way, guys, she spoke about a retreat. It's happening again this year in March, right?
Yes, 25th of March.
So 4.5 is your gateway to get into it. All you gotta do is 4 nights, guys. All you gotta do is
3 nights, 4 days.
Oh, 4 days, 3 nights.
Yes.
So she said, I was watching a video, Facebook video, because she does live videos almost every day, every week basically. Let me not say every day. She just said, pack your bags. If you don't have transport, don't worry about it. She'll sort you out. Okay, just pack your bags. All right. It's a retreat. I'm tempted to go, but I can't.
Calm.
A lot is happening in my life at the moment.
That lot. We're taking it.
No, it's not that lot. It's not that lot. February is my birthday.
Yeah.
And then March. There's just a couple of things.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
Maybe that's an excuse. I don't know.
No, if you want to go to the retreat, I had another coach saying that if you want to go maybe for a healing session, for a retreat, that is why there was a time when I was doing things for free, right? And now I do not do any consultation for free, right?
Don't DM her.
No, do not.
And ask
the reason why is because when you exchange money, you are exchanging energy. So
I think you're sowing a seed.
Yes, you are coming to me. And when a client comes to me, like yesterday I had a session with a client, and already I was feeling what the client is feeling. The exhaustion, the overworking. I had already felt that. So imagine if you are coming to me, you are coming to exchange like that energy that is not like positive because you want to be healed, and I then give you my energy for what? For nothing. So the people who have been to my sessions and even at the retreat, they literally said the money that we paid here it's not even enough for what we got. The thing here is that I want you to exchange energy with me, right? The 650 that I cost, that I charge for healing, it's nothing. I don't come and say, oh, you gave me 650, let me do this healing. I go all out, pour myself into you. So if you want to come to the retreat and you are looking at your money, because physically we'll look, oh, I have 100 and 200. No, I can't go to that. If you want, say it out into the universe. Hey, universe, God, Jesus, I want to go to this retreat. I know there's something in store for me to this retreat, but I do not have money. Please make it available for me. There is an inexhaustible source of abundance when it comes to money. You can just take and take and take. And this money that you are going to give me, I'm not going to take it. I'm going to circulate it. I'm going to be paying people who are going to cook, people who are going to...
Just what I'm saying is sowing.
Yes, you understand. So you are actually saying, I'm sowing this seed, and then you are able, when you pay for something, you are able to even value it.
Yes, please. Yes.
When somebody gives you something for free, yes, there are people who would value it, but when you come to me and I say this and this and this, you value that thing, for life.
You even see the importance of it.
Exactly.
I definitely agree. And you know what? Yes, you can do free things and everything, but the truth is, you need to get value out of something.
Yes.
And time is money, guys.
Yes.
You cannot be spending an hour talking and then for what?
I actually do free group coaching. Like now I have more than
the master class.
Yeah, I have more than 100 people coming to the master class. So that's 100 energies, one person, right? They don't know the work that I'm doing in the background, because there's work that I have to do in the background, right? But I cannot then take, that's where I will be teaching, right? But I cannot now take my hour and say, I'm going to focus on you, Tabi, focus on you, without having nothing that is coming back to me, because I am a family woman, I have a son, I could have taken that time to do that, right? So I think people, and I was talking about this, I need to talk about it more, that when you go to Checkers, do you go to Checkers and negotiate and say, hi, I'm broke, I want you to help me.
I'm short with this.
Nothing. You
Can
go
I
to
get
ShopRite.
half price?
Yeah. You go to ShopRite. When people come to you and they want to do a website, they start saying, hi Tabi, I want to do a website, but I have 5 rand and what. And that means you are taking your time, your creativity, because what you are doing is not just
you're applying.
How are you going to do this way, right? So I think we have to get into a point that we see value in personal development, that we invest in ourselves. And me personally, I invest in myself. I know that every month I have to go for coaching, because I work a lot with other people's businesses, that sometimes if I am not conscious, I can take those businesses into my life. Right? Yes. So I need to also go and give another person gives, and then we go and cleanse somewhere else, and we come back and do this thing. So let us invest in ourselves.
I love that you speaking about investing in yourself. And I was watching your video sometime this week, and you were telling that, like, everyone who's going to be coming to the masterclass, make sure that you come all right, ready. And you mentioned that at least if it means you fast for that day or anything, do it. You know, come prepared. So I think I want us to talk a little bit about that. But as we're about to wrap up, I think the point that I want to speak about is that often we do coaching, we do we sign up to just consultations and everything, and then we don't get what we want, and mainly because it's not because of what the coach did, but it's because of the work that you didn't do. So how can we, you know, work around that? And why is it important for a person to come ready and determined and focused and all of that?
The first thing is that people have identified themselves with pain to such a point that they can get information. Even here, there's a lot of information that we have shared for free, right? But they're not going to use it and they want now to come to you and say, this thing did not work, but they didn't do the work because they have identified themselves with pain so much. So let me make an example. I myself sexually abused from the ages of 8. I lived with this pain for 20 years, right? I started identifying myself with this pain, right? To such a point that it had issues even in my marriage, this pain, even when I was starting to heal, right? But I had to do the work because there was a reason why I had to do the work. It was because I want to be married. I love my husband and I want to be married, right? So sometimes people don't have a why. They do have pain, but they don't have why. Why do I need to come out of this? And the second part is that people have the mentality of churches, and I'm not saying church is a good, bad thing, what, right, wrong, but there are churches out there who have this thing that they plant a seed in people that you just sit and then the miracle happens. You know? Yeah, you know, I was...
You already have an expectation that things will be sorted.
Yeah, that you just have to sit like this.
After saying amen,
and then
a miracle will happen.
Yes. So when Coach Malebi, you come to Coach Malebi, when I tell you, okay, I can do so far, but you have to do the work, right? And I say...
It's like mentorship.
Yes, you have to go and do the work for you to see this. And then guess what? People don't go and do the work and then they come. But I know there is one client of mine who has your
name. This is similar.
Okay. Who has your name in Tadi, who came to my session, and this was one person who was even giving me feedback every week. I gave her 31 days of work. I said, go and do this. And then when you are done, you can come back to me. When you are not done, please don't come back to me. Every week, she was telling me testimonies after testimonies. Coach, I did 1, 2, 3. And then this happened. I did 1, 2. Because when you do the work, you then get the result.
Do the work, guys. Do the work. There is no way. Nothing will work until you do it. You know? There's no way. It's like the book that I'm reading now, Crazy Faith. You know?
Who's the author?
Mike Todd.
Is it? Oh, okay.
The one from Transformation Church.
Is it
the pastor?
The relationship?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I know him. Yes.
Yeah, that's an amazing book. That's my January.
I will read it. I'll buy it.
Please do. Home Books. You can even get it online. It's on special online. So it's really amazing. And you know what? I left it in the car because I was reading it as I come. But you know what? It's all good. But it speaks about the importance of having crazy faith. You must have crazy faith. You must believe that, you know, things are going to happen in your life. You can't just assume that things will happen if you're not going to put in the work.
Yes.
If you're not going to get up and pray, if you're going to feel like having to fast, doing a Daniel fast or whatever, even fast, because you know what, I think there's a myth about fasting that you are obliged to do like a 14, 21 days or anything. No, it doesn't have to be like that. Have a conversation with God. Talk to God. You can do a whole day fast and everything.
Yes.
So why not just because you cannot avoid eating meat, eating your junk food, whatever, how do you expect things to happen? And it goes back to that point of saying that if God cannot trust you to do a small thing, how do you expect him to give you something big? How is your faith? Let's talk about
also
that.
Also going back to the fact that you are God. You are God, and imagine if you are thinking that this person is going to bless you and you have the same ability to bless yourself. Imagine if you are just sitting on top of your own blessings and you're like, oh, God, please bless me. God is like, hey, you remember the story of Moses? God said, what is in your hand? Moses was like, hey, I cannot do this. What is in your hand? He said, Rod, okay, drop it down and see what's going to happen. So we all have these things in us.
You see when your hand is folded like this, there's something.
Yes,
there's something in here. And I'm sorry, I want to speak about yesterday's what is this? What is the sermon by Mike Todd? Like, yeah, the thing is this season is just a season of me and having a conversation with God. So he spoke about the importance of planting a seed, right? Like, for example, we spoke about the retreat and everything, right? When you sow a seed, so he mentioned that, okay, when your hand is closed, like that, there's a seed in there. God has given you the seed, right? So now that seed, if you're gonna just keep that seed, close it, and feel like, I don't want my seed to get dirty or to be seen by people, and you protect it and all of that, it's just gonna be like that.
Yes, definitely.
It's like, for example, if you're gonna, okay, I needed to get it right, but okay, so when you open, right, and then you start, distributing your seed and all of that, and trusting God to really grow that seed, because you are just focused on this small seed that is here, but you don't understand that the minute you start planting, it will grow fruits. It will be a big tree that could even serve the whole world or the whole nation, right? Now, he mentioned it in this order. He said, the 3 G's, we spoke about them with Tolo. 3 G's, right? Give, be generous, and have gratitude. It's important to give. Sometimes you think that when you give to someone, you are losing out on something. Actually, you are gaining. Yeah, it's
I have a testimony on that.
Yeah.
Well, the first part is that my Facebook, the journey, talks about giving. That people, we have clothes that we haven't worn in years. Why don't you just give to anyone, right? And then that's where we open up for God to bless us. And my friend's mom at home bought my book. I mean, a woman in her 60s bought my book and then did that thing. She actually realized that there were clothes that she was not wearing and all these things, and she took it out, and she has been trying, for a license, a driver's license. The day after she did that, actually, she got the license. So my mom always talks about this issue that, wow, and I do it every year. I'm not like in Tabi, kind of, what do they call you, something?
What?
They call you guys this name, this big name that you guys use. Say the English word that you always call yourself. What title do you have? What? Philanthropist or something like that.
Me? No, not me.
Is it not you?
No, it's not
okay,
me.
So, well, we have people.
I'm a brand builder, I'm a content creator, I'm a creative. None of that.
Oh, okay, all right. So, but I know that you used to give out pads and all that to
Okay, that, but no, there was no specific name.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. If it's but there are people who are doing that who have a title,
Oh,
the
okay.
English word. Hey,
Okay.
English, yeah,
I'm not
Zama.
sure.
But anyway, I don't call myself that. But what I do every year is that I give out all my. There was a time 2020. I gave all my clothes.
I want to give out all my clothes, but
All of them.
I'm trying to.
And guess what?
I'm thinking of
If you
doing
can
that.
go back to my
It's full.
it's full. Last year again I gave, but I didn't give everything. But I just like, you know what? Every year I do it in November, and because I'm following this, it's a Thanksgiving month, right? I give out in November everything, and I start buying again, and I give out and I buy again. And the guy who used to come,
And the more you give, the more you
yes,
get.
the guy who used to come and take my clothes, I did not care whether they are going for a home and whatever. He said the lady is actually selling the clothes. I was like, I don't care. All I want is for this clothes to go. So if she was selling my clothes, it means that she was making more money, able to
And
feed
she
her
was,
family and all
doing
that.
something
You
with
know.
that. So you have sowed a seed. So I think in summary, what we can say is that there's so much power in giving. There's so much power in just being
Healing.
generous and healing. I think, healing is the biggest part of this conversation. And I hope that wherever you are, you get to find healing. Whatever that you might be going through, and understand that if you don't heal, it will affect every part of your life, be it your relationships, marriage, or all of that. Whether you're still dating and then you wonder why is it that I get dumped every time, or men leave me, or girls leave me. Why is that? It's because there's something that you need to deal with. And I think it's we are grateful enough to have people like Coach Malebo to really help us to discover what we were going through. I mean, I'm shocked to hear that a person can actually revisit that part where she was still in the womb. That's how powerful it is. So if you want healing, and if you really want your life to change and to create the life that you want, she's a testimony of that. Her life is just, I'm not saying everyone's life is perfect and everything, but she's living with abundance, and God is just constantly blessing her because she has faith, she believes, and that is enough.
Girl.
That's what you need to do. So any touching words, because we cannot finish.
Yay! We have been here, eh?
You
Okay, all I want to say sorry, all I want to say is that you can create the life you want. You are able to. You don't need to be anything. All you need to do is heal your past traumas and pain. When you do that, right, you will be able to see that life is simple. You can actually, yesterday I was praying about something, and while I was in prayer in my altar, and I'm like, God, what, and right there I got the answer. That's how, it's not going to feel like, when you heal yourself, you're not going to feel like, who's talking now? The time when I was saying that there was a voice that was saying to me, the life I'm living is not my own. I was like, who's that? Now I know that, okay, this is okay,
And I actually feel like whatever that we pray for, already the answer is there.
It's there.
It's already there.
That is why
the moment you say amen, it's already there, because God knew what was going to happen before.
Exactly. So you can create the life that you want. Please heal from your experiences, your trauma. Actually, your experiences come from the things that you have experienced in your earlier age, between the ages of 0 and 7. I have a lot of videos that I've spoken about that. Please go to my channel. But between the
subscribe, guys.
Yes, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I want to be.
Let's get her to 1,000, guys. She just needs about 300 people. 300.
No, not even 300. 200.
It's 300. We want 300.
Okay, yes. Let's speak it
300, guys. 300 of you guys.
So between the ages of 0 and 7, very important ages of your life, and a lot can happen. And when I say 0, I mean like when you are in the womb, the things that your mother used to say, the things that your father used to say about you, or because you were there, affect you, and you were hearing all that because you are alive. Life does not begin when you are in the womb or when you are born. you have been live before, right? And you are just coming into this part of, you know, the world, right? So heal your past traumas and pain. And even if you don't come to me, you can come to any other coach. I don't know any coach who does the trauma, you know. Like I deal with trauma, guys. I'm not dealing with like anything but trauma. But even if you find anybody that you connect to, heal yourself from there and make sure that you create the life that you want. On my channel, I have a 28-day program of manifest the life that you want. And in that 28-day program, I manifested this house. So please, guys, go and do the work, heal yourself. See you next time.
Do I need to say anything after that? Nothing. I think the last part is just an indication that you need to get up and do something.
Yeah.
Manifest the life that you want. That's it for us. We're out of here. Don't forget to subscribe to Malevo's channel, Malevo TV, please.
Yes.
Don't get it twisted. It's on the description. Come on, guys. Let's get her to 1,000. She's doing amazing. She's helping others. She's healing the world. Thank you so much.